For centuries, women were taught to experience motherhood as destiny, duty, and proof of worth, but never as power with conditions. You were told this was natural. You were told this was love. You were told this was what women are for. No one told you how carefully this role was redesigned. No one told you that your body became infrastructure, that your care became fuel, that your silence became stability. No one told you that motherhood, stripped of protection, is one of the most effective tools ever created to limit women's freedom while claiming moral superiority. I am not here to judge your choices. I am here to return context, because a woman who understands the structure can finally choose without guilt. This is not about rejecting children. It is about refusing systems that demand life while refusing responsibility. Listen carefully, not with fear, but with clarity, because once you see how motherhood was weaponized, you will never confuse exploitation with virtue again. Motherhood did not become oppressive because women are mothers. It became oppressive when systems realized motherhood could be used to extract unlimited labor from women while neutralizing their power. This was not emotional, it was strategic. Maternity was turned from authority into liability. In many early societies, the ability to give life granted women status, authority, and decision-making power. Lineage often followed the mother. Knowledge passed through women. Patriarchal systems reversed this. They did not erase motherhood. They emptied it of power. Motherhood was redefined as private instead of political, emotional instead of economic, instinctual instead of skilled. This reframing allowed society to benefit from mothers while denying them leverage. A mother became someone who gives endlessly, but cannot demand. Biology was used to fix women in place. Pregnancy permanently alters the body. Organs shift, bones change, hormones rewire the brain. Recovery can take years, sometimes it never completes. This biological reality was not accommodated, it was exploited. Societies organized work, time, and power around male bodies, linear, uninterrupted, externally focused, while expecting women to adapt their bodies to systems never designed for them. Motherhood thus becomes a career penalty, not because women are less capable, but because the structure assumes someone else will absorb the cost. That someone else is always the mother. Dependence is not a side effect, it is the mechanism. Once a woman becomes a mother, her exit options shrink, her tolerance threshold is morally raised, her fear increases for the child, not herself. This creates behavioral captivity. Historically and today, women with children stay longer in unequal or abusive relationships, accept poorer working conditions, suppress ambition and anger, not because they are passive, but because risk becomes collective. The child becomes the leverage. Care work is not just unpaid, it is unlimited. Paid work has hours, contracts, recognition, legal protection. Motherhood has none. There is no end point, no rest clause, no sick leave, no retirement. Women are expected to anticipate needs before they are spoken, absorb emotional instability from children and adults, regulate conflict, maintain continuity. This is not natural nurturing. It is cognitive and emotional labor on an industrial scale, and it is enforced through shame, not wages. Men are socialized to offload, women to absorb. In heterosexual systems shaped by patriarchy, men are not trained to internalize caregiving as identity. They are trained to externalize domestic responsibility, define contribution narrowly, paid work only, regress emotionally, once someone else stabilizes the environment. This produces a dynamic where women manage children, women manage the home, women manage emotions, women manage relationships, and men, consciously or not, benefit from being managed. This is not about individual intent. It is about role design. Motherhood is used to discipline women morally. Once a woman is a mother, her personhood is subordinated to a role. Her needs become negotiable. Her suffering becomes acceptable. Her silence becomes virtue. Any resistance is reframed as selfishness, instability, failure. Good mothers endure. Bad mothers leave. This moral framing ensures women police themselves harder than any authority ever could. Society takes the child and leaves the mother. Children are treated as a public good. Mothers are treated as private resources. Society benefits from future workers, taxpayers, soldiers, caretakers, but refuses to structurally support mothers, redistribute caregiving, compensate reproductive labor. This is extraction disguised as tradition. The core truth: motherhood is weaponized because it binds women to time, guilt, fear, and responsibility. A woman without children can leave. A woman with children must calculate. That calculation is the trap. If motherhood is demanded but not protected, if praised but not supported, if moralized but not compensated, then women stepping back is not abandonment, it is rebalancing. Reproduction cannot be unconditional while care is conditional. Life cannot be demanded where dignity is optional. If society wants mothers, it must build conditions where motherhood does not mean disappearance. Until then, women choosing when, how, and whether to procreate is not rejection. It is responsibility. And responsibility finally returned to where it belongs.